Good afternoon, I'm Evans from Senior Fit, where fitness is a lifestyle, and I'm so excited to talk to you today about, let's be realistic. That's what we're going to talk about. Realistic goal setting is a very, very important part of the fitness journey, is making sure your goals are realistic. And what is realistic in the industry? I mean, you turn on the TV today. I was just talking with Andy, one of the guys here on the team, and I was like, the biggest challenge today is not our ability to help people lose fat. This is what fat it looks like, though, without the skin. So this is 5 pounds of fat here. But it's not our ability or inability to help people lose fat. The number one challenge is what's going on between the ears. Because when we turn on the TV today, there are so many quick fixes, and they look really good. They look like they take no effort, and it's just so easy, and it's new, and it's revolutionary, and all these fancy terms to encourage people to get fit for whatever. We're now in the spring, so it's get fit for the summer. 61 days away, about 8 weeks. If I follow this program, I'm a lean, mean fight machine. But the reality is that that's not a good way to look at fitness, because anything I do, if I'm unhealthy today, that's going to have me super healthy in 8 weeks, or super fit in 8 weeks. Is probably going to have to be fairly radical. And inside my brain, the guy who runs it, we call him the CPU of your brain, or what's called the hypothalamus. He likes to maintain like a steady state. He's like a thermostat. Doesn't like a whole lot of changes with the temperature. And what's really cool about a thermostat is that if the room's like a degree warmer, it's not gonna like blow a ton of air. Kind of like sits at it for a little bit, makes some slight adjustments here and there. But if the room temperature increases quite a bit, then it'll make the adjustments. So when you do a fat diet, whether it's dropping calories really low or hitting treadmill super hard for a long bouts of time or drinking all these weird stuff, taking crazy supplements, all the stuff that you're seeing on these infomercials. When you do that kind of stuff, you could lose weight, but your brain likes the same state, and what it's going to do is just pull you right back to the place that you were. And it's just kind of like, it's so funny right now, this wristband is not hitting my wrist. But when I pull at it, not only will it bring it back to where it was, but it hits my wrist. And that's a lot of times what happens with fat loss. People lose some weight through radical extremes, and when they stop that, their brain goes, that's not what our normal is. See, this is normal. And when they let go of the handle, so to speak, they get snapped back, not just to normal, but they normally get a little bit higher, and that becomes their new norm. So how do you do this? If you're fighting against a brain that doesn't want to change, how do we do that? The way you do it is through losing about 1% or 0.5% to 1% of fat per week. So of course, as in, your nutrition's got to be on in order to be able to do that. Your exercises have to produce the results with it. And so I'm not going to go into techniques, but really with thought process today. And what does that look like? Well, if you're 200 pounds, that looks like about 1 or 2 pounds per week. But if you're not 200 pounds, maybe you're 185 pounds, then that's less than that. Maybe 0.75 to 1.5 pounds or so, maybe a little bit more than 1.5 pounds per week. So that's what you're looking at. I just kind of pulled up an example here that said, hey, if you want to be fit or you want to lose weight, what should you do? If you're 185, how much is a good goal? Because we're talking about being realistic. Is in 8 weeks by summer, at 0.5 pound, which is a 0.5%, which is the low side, you're looking at about 177 pounds or so. So you're about 178 pounds, about 8 pounds or so lighter, 7-8 pounds lighter. On the higher side, you're about 172. So 0.5% to 1% will put you somewhere between 172 and 178. Maybe 175 pounds is a realistic goal. 10 pounds in the next 8 weeks. Very, very realistic, but it's something that your body can maintain, and you don't have to worry about it pulling back. So I just want people to think about that as you see these things. It says, man, they lost 30 pounds in the last 30 days. You want to be thinking, 30 pounds in 30 days is pretty fast. And what's going to happen? Well, the next 30, 45 days, they're going to gain the weight. As we wrap up, I just want to let you know the reason why they do regain the weight is because in order for your brain to get you back to that set point, there's a whole theory called set point theory. For it to get you back there, it has to slow your metabolism down. So your metabolism gets slower when you do those things in order for your body to make your weight gain increase. It's calories in versus calories out. So it gets slower. And long term, your metabolism is even slower. So the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth time someone tries to do something radical or tries to lose weight, it's a lot more difficult because their metabolism got destroyed with fad dieting. Again, hopefully this adds some value with you as far as goal setting. Remember, goals should be realistic. We're always looking for those SMART goals, and realistic is one of them. I'm Evans at Senior Fit, where fitness is a lifestyle, and have an awesome day.